What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to Hunt the Week.
Hello everyone and welcome into the show. Welcome on in. Each and every one of my racers who are also new and haven't top aided twice or won a league, but you're still racing because it's kind of a split show. It's kind of one of those, okay? It's a weird time, I know. I'm happy you're here. I welcome you in. This is, of course, Hunt the Week. It is your weekly Magic the Gathering podcast about the Arena Gauntlet League that we know, love, and play in. It's two things, and that's what makes this really tough for me. It's Aetherdrift Week 5, but it's also next kickoff, because they're both happening at the same time. I can only do one show. Here's the thing. This is mostly Aetherdrift Week 5. I'm going to kind of consider next week the real kickoff for next league, just because that's how it's going to make more sense, right? I'm going to have more things to cover in that league, and there isn't really anything to cover in it except for that it's starting. Hi, how are you? I am your Goku or Go Home. Your Don John DeMarco, the pride of Mardu. I am a 5-time top 8er, a 2-time league winner, and 1 time I started to crash out of Aetherdrift League, as you do, right? When you're speeding. Sometimes you hit a bump. Oh, what's that? My back left wheel is starting to stutter. I can feel it not sitting right, and then I'm skidding out, right? And it's like, oh, do you turn into the skid or do you turn away from the skid? I don't skid enough in my life to know which way I'm supposed to turn. But yeah, I guess we should talk about it. So let's go ahead and let's start our engines.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
That's right. As I record, it is currently 5 p.m. on Thursday, before rollover, before the start of next league, before week 6 of Aetherdrift League, and this is your current top 8 for Aetherdrift. Number 1, we have Jabari W. Lollycat, 19-6, 4-2 this week. They're 1 win away from being the first to 20 wins. Looks like it's not happening this week. We'll see. They're going to do it next week, right? They only got to win 1 game. They got 5 losses to give. Yeah, they're going to be fine. Then we have Nick L. Alfios came on the show last week, 18-7, great guy. Keelan T. Dufel, been on the show before, 18-7. Aaron B. Bevelman, also been on the show, 18-7. Ryan H. Kitchen Sinks, they came on the show. They're 17-8. Lucas M. Finley, don't think they've been on. I think I got to get Lucas on. I think we got to make that happen. 17-8. Lotta, what a great week Lotta had. Her deck is not fun to play against, I can tell you, because she beat me so bad. A great game's Lotta. 17-8. And Justin P. Code Pigeon, 17-8. How am I? How did I do? Not good. I did not good this week. This was the week it kind of crumbled on me a bit. It crumbled on me a lot. It wasn't a good week. I went 1-4. I went 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, 3-2, 15-5, 1-4, 16-9. So, got to get to 20 wins before I take 2 losses, and even then, I don't think. I think if I get there on 10 losses, I don't think that I have the tiebreakers for to get in. So I pretty much got to win out. I still got to play all my games and get as many wins as I can for to be a Player of the Year hopeful. That's always a goal, to try to make the Player of the Year tournament. I've had a lot of bad leagues this year so far, so I need a good one. I need a good one to be in my top 3 to kind of help me get there a little bit. Goku needs a little help. But didn't do great this week. What happened? What happened? You know what? That's a good question. You're really good at this. You should do more of this. Thank you. I think it's just a lot of my luck ran out. I think most of my games went to 3 games. Like most of my matches were 3 games. A lot of close games. Just couldn't close it out, right? Like at this point, there's a lot of scary bombs. I'm running into bombs that are hard to deal with. Um, I'm not getting my bombs when I need them, or if I am, like they're a little easier to deal with because everyone's kind of got what they need at this point. All the decks left are tough. I haven't made it to week 6 in a long time, and I got to week 6 with 2 losses to give. So again, I'm going out swinging. Your boy Goku ain't done, but it's falling apart. It's falling apart a little bit. And we're starting next league. Next league is starting. The pools have been rolled. Now, next league is like the classic last 6 sets in standard. Like what the league was for so long is what this is, and I can't play in it. I'm a little bummed about it. I got a little mentee. I'm going to teach him all the ropes and everything. But this is a 3-week league. You get to play till 6 losses. Pick a pack when you lose. I don't think there's any real crazy mechanics other than you got to play a dragon, which is once the entire league, you have to play someone who wasn't allowed to play because they were too good. And they get to play with your deck, and they get 15 minutes to build a deck. Sounds awesome. Sounds really great. I'm excited to give it a shot myself. But that's it. And the thing about the dragon matches is you only have to play them if you go all the way. Some people are trying to get them out of the way early while the decks are weak. Good strategy. Here's the thing. I don't think you need strategy for dragon matches. Like, you're going to know your deck better than the other person. It's going to be real draw dependent either way. You're playing the same deck. It's about who draws better. So I don't think waiting is going to matter too much, especially even early on. It's like, well, your deck's not very good, so you're just trying to draw your not very good cards that are a little bit better than their not very good cards. I don't know. And I think there's a badge, a dragon badge, you get if you play 3 dragon matches, which of course I want to try to do. I'm going to be trying to get that fun dragon badge. I am. But we are still in Aetherdrift League, and that's still what we're covering. That's where my guest is from this week. So let's go ahead and let's enter the winner's circle.
Dude, I almost had you. You never had me. Ask any racer, any real racer. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
That's right. This week I had on currently right outside of the top 8, but was in the top 8 when I asked them to come on. Matthew H, almost in the top 8. Currently sitting at 16-9, the same record as me. What can I say about Matthew that I learned? Matthew is one of the few Canadians that was doing really well this league. Matthew does some game design, and fun fact, I learned during the show, Matthew played on a pro tour. Very cool. A very nice guy. Was very accommodating of me and some technical problems I was having on my end. So thank you so much, Matthew. You were a pleasure to talk to. Let's go ahead and listen to my interview with Matthew now. All right, everyone, join me in the winner's circle this week as I talk to none other than Matthew H, a.k.a. Almost. Welcome to the show, Matthew.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hey.
Glad to be here.
Nice to meet you. Happy to have you. You're a new player. This is your first league. You're coming in. You're currently in the top 8 playing some real good Magic. But I want to know where it started. When did you start playing Magic?
I started in 2012, which was the Return to Ravnica block.
Nice.
And the way I got into it was while I was like a student and an intern, there was somebody at work started a sealed league, and they invited me to join their sealed league. And I was like, I don't know how to play this game, but sure, I'll try it if you can teach me. And I got hooked. I remember I opened a Grave Titan in like a Magic 11 pack, and that guy was a beater, won me a bunch of games.
That'll do it. A Grave Titan, that'll take you there. What a great time to start. I started shortly after that. I started at M14, so it was after the Ravnica block, which was after the Innistrad block, I want to say. But yeah, that was a good time for Magic back then. Oh, the good old days, as I like to think.
Yeah.
Do you look back on those formats fondly?
For a long time, I was mostly a limited player, and
Yeah,
so I do, I have a lot of good memories for a bunch of limited sets. Trying to draft different archetypes and themes, and
yeah.
sometimes I'll see those sets like on Arena as a flashback draft, and it's a lot of fun to revisit it.
Do you miss block limited formats, or are you happy that we have gone away from them?
I think happy that we've gone away from that
Yeah,
because I like when there are build arounds and you can expect to see them. Like right now, Triple Aetherdrift, you can try to make a push the limit deck,
true.
and like there are decent odds you might get it or two of it.
Hmm.
Whereas when you have two different sets, it was always like you might just never see a card, or it's harder to build.
That's a great point. That's a great point. I like it, Matthew. So you've been playing a nice long while, 2012. Mostly a limited player, you said. Do you play anything else, or are you like still limited? Or you mess with Commander?
For a long time, I was limited only, and then I
Uh-huh.
built up enough of a collection that I'm like, I want to play all my pet cards. So I started getting into Commander,
Nice.
and I have a bunch of decks for that. And then the last couple of years, I've been doing Standard as well.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, we don't get a lot of standard players here. First, I want to know what's your favorite commander or commander deck to run?
Um, I have a commander deck built around Tetsuko. Is a
Uh,
blue 2-cost 1/3 that makes your small creatures unblockable.
oh yeah,
And then I put in a bunch of creatures that say when this hits a player, you draw a card. And when you
that's
get to
it.
draw 10 cards in a turn cycle, like it feels good.
Yeah, I mean, just drawing a card feels great. An unblockable draw card. Tetsuko has seen many a leagues have been Tetsuko league. Like Tetsuko, I think was even in like New Phyrexia maybe for us, where it's just like, yeah, Tetsuko does work. Um, that sounds like a lot of fun. And standard, you play standard. What's your go-to standard deck right now for people trying to grind the ladder?
I don't know if it's a good deck for grinding, but right now I'm playing a Naya Legends deck with
Ooh,
Annie Joins Up, doubling triggers from legendary creatures.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Does it perform well? Does it work out?
It's probably a little weaker than the top meta decks, but it definitely can hold its own. And like, if I don't die to aggro, I can draw a lot of cards and get a lot of value.
Oh, that's every Magic deck I play. If I don't draw die to aggro, I'm gonna have a good time. And then here's the thing: half the time I die to aggro, so
Yeah,
it,
same.
it just kind of happens. You can't avoid it. Uh, well, you're in the league though. You're in Aetherdrift League. You're drafting those triple Aether Drift packs. I guess that's not what we're doing in league, but it sounds like you're familiar with the format. This is your first league. How are you enjoying it, Matthew?
I've been really enjoying the league. It's a lot of fun, and it seems it's a nice way to do limited Magic, where like you go to in-person events, but you usually only get a couple of rounds, or it's a one-day thing. But
Mhm.
this is an opportunity for a lot of games and a lot of fun.
It's a lot of bang for your buck, right? Like it's a lot of entertainment.
Definitely.
If you play it right and you have, right, you're getting at least 6 weeks worth of like high stakes competitive fun Magic play. And you're also going to win some prizes here at the end because you're above the line. You've already won prizes, Matthew. If you didn't know, you're doing it. You're doing great.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how much, but I believe I'm going to get something.
You'll get usually above top half is you get your money back. Top 16 and above is usually, I want to say, at least double your money back. And then if you top eight and then win, I mean, you're talking into the 50s and maybe even, oh, this is a big league. I don't know how much prize money is. They've posted it. Oh, can I do it real quick? All right, hang on. There's a tab for this. We go to Arena and then we go to Partners and Prizes. First place of this league is going to get $120 store credit. Yeah. $25 if you finish top 16, and then 8 and above 50, 40. Nice chunks. Nice chunks. So again, you're in the way for some nice prizes in your first league. How do you feel about the mechanics? Do you like the speed boost? Um, do you like the bonus sheet, the theme of the race, or how's that working for you?
Um, the theme of the race makes sense. The Mechanics are all okay. I was surprised at first just because I haven't done any of these leagues before.
Hmm.
A 60 card deck from 6 packs seemed quite difficult to me, but
Yeah.
just for like week one, but that managed to work out all right. The bonus sheets are cool. You see a couple of cards, you're like, oh, I haven't seen that before or whatever. And it's like, uh, for the speed boost, you get to kind of pick a pack.
Yeah.
And I, I think that's cool. I kind of wonder if some people like overestimate or underestimate different sets. Like apparently Lost Caverns of Ixalan is like the least picked, but I think it's a solid set. And Kaladesh has like good artifact synergy if you want that.
I see. I think is I wonder how the people who pick Kaladesh, if that because I think the idea behind Kaladesh was, extra packs early means more cards in my deck for more games. Um, Maybe not caring so much about the power of the cards, right? Like I'd rather have an extra 30 cards on my first two losses than, an extra 15 on my fourth. Um, and I wonder how many what packs have you opened? Because I wonder how many of those Kaladesh pack people are still around. Because I feel like this was a league where it was hard to catch up. And maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like the more is less, or less is more. I don't know. I guess I don't know what the strategy would be called, but whatever it is, more early. I'm not sure that it worked out. But then now here's the thing: you're going to tell me you took 3 Kaladesh packs, and I'm going to sound very dumb.
And no, I went with Aquaria
Nice.
specifically because I started with Captain Howler in my pool
Hmm.
and some other cycling and discard synergies. And so Aquaria seemed like the best set for finding more cycling
Oh
cards.
yeah,
Although more recently I've started to move away from the cycling theme and I took Lost Caverns of Ixalan for my third boost.
nice. And you feeling good? You get any fun bombs out of any of those packs?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think my deck is very solid. I mean, one of my strongest bombs was from a bonus sheet, I suppose, is Ronas, the
Oh
three
yeah.
cost 5/5 green legend. It's indestructible.
Hmm.
And I mean, some decks just can't beat an indestructible 5/5.
It's hard to beat an indestructible anything in this set, Like, I guess you got the -6, -6 thing. That'll kill it, right? I think. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, and some exile, some tap.
some exile, but the exile's like all in white, right? Pretty much.
Hmm.
Like, and I just don't think there's a lot of white decks left. I mean, I feel like white.
Yeah, I've
Again,
seen a lot of people playing green and black decks where you're trying to do damage or destroy, and
yeah, I see a lot of
indestructible
Sultai
is good there.
and I see a lot of Teamer. That's pretty much what I see out there. I did play, not to blow him up, but I played Sawyer this week, who was on like red white, and then after game one, switched to a completely different deck, and then stopped me with the other deck. So people are still out there
Ooh.
switching up things. So be careful out there. You know, people may have plans.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, so are you excited, or are you playing in next league, the league that they just rolled the pools for today, since you are a new player?
I did not sign up for the next league. My reasoning is I'm still alive in Aetherdrift, and it's been a lot of fun, but it's also time consuming. So it's like I don't know that I want to start another league right away. But
Yeah,
I am excited for after that the Tarkir Dragonstorm League,
yeah, that's gonna be the
and
best.
we'll be joining that one.
Awesome. What that's also like a great plan. Like you're in top eight, you're making week six. Don't distract yourself by like building another pool and playing in another league at the same time. Like that is, I like this idea of where you're coming from. Like, and yeah, it also is very time consuming. But um, Teregs of Tarkir, that's going to be a super fun one. Do you know anything about how we do the those kinds of sets, the Tarkir sets? Have you seen the rumblings?
I saw some mentions of like picking a clan or a guild or whatever, but I don't know how that will
Oh,
work.
it's so great. So they're considered what we call family league. So the whole server splits up into clans. So like a fifth of the server is Mardu, a fifth is Jeskai, whatever. And they get their own little secret tabs to play in, and they play um like every win for a player on that team counts for points for that team, and whatever team gets the most points at the end will get like extra prizes for everybody. Um, So it's like there's a lot of team building, a lot of, hey, I don't know how this is going, check my pool, or hey, man, I just played this guy, don't play him. He's got these cards in his deck and they're really good. Like it's a lot of trash talk, but also like kind of conniving and scheming. It's super fun. Um,
Okay.
and also like you, and if you don't like that, you're individual, you just still top eight yourself and you still get to do whatever you want. Like you don't have to really be involved with it, but it's fun. It's going to be a fun thing. I'm excited to see how they do it this time.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. And yeah, it's a nice like excuse to get in some more social interaction of
It's
of sense of
always,
community.
yeah, it's always a really strong community, really fun. You always make friends in those, and then like leagues later, you'll be like, oh, I remember that guy. He was in my clan, and like we help each other out. Like it's where the bonds form, right? And you stay that clan forever. Like you're tagged there. Like that's once you're that clan, you're that
Mhm.
clan for life. It's how it works. Um,
I see.
Matthew, I learned a lot of people from this next question, which is, what is your favorite Magic card?
Um, so it's hard to pick a single card, but I'm gonna go with Nimble Brigand, the 1/3 blue creature from Thunder Junction. That when it hits a player, you draw a card. If you commit a crime, it can't be blocked.
Yep.
Because that guy I don't know. I just like that kind of effect, and that guy is. I feel like he's the best we've got,
Yeah,
where he makes himself unblockable.
those effects get so annoying so quick. Like the there was the one in Bloomburrow that was like can't be blocked when it hits you loot, and I was just like, what is this card? Like, what are we doing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you know that one well. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
hit
I know that one. It's a 2 cost 1/1. Hit a player, draw a card, and discard a card.
yeah,
If you have 7 cards in your discard pile, you don't have to discard anymore.
yeah, unblockable. Oh my God, unblockable, so annoying. You can tell I'm salty about that card. It beat me 1,000 times. But I do
Mm,
love that effect. Like I love that hit a player, draw a card. There was some, was it Merfolk Secret Keeper in M14 back when I was started? It's just like a 1/3, but if you hit him, you draw a card, and it feels so good. I like that
yeah.
you're a blue player. What's your
I mean,
favorite color pair? Oh, go ahead.
I'm not just a blue player, although I did give that blue as an example for both of those. I'm gonna cheat a little bit on color pair, and I'm gonna go with my favorite color type for draft, which is 5 color green.
Ooh, I like you, Matthew. I like this. Five
It's
color
just so
green.
fun to play all the fixing and all the bombs.
Yeah. Grab all the lands, and then I'll take whatever bombs get passed to me, right? Like, that's not since original Cons of Tarkir, right? Where you could just take all the tap lands and you could play the 5 color morph soup deck. It's strong. It's a strong thing to do. But again, you gotta watch out for those aggro decks because they're gonna get you.
Yeah, it's true.
That's always the downside of those fragile decks like that.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't draw your fixing and can't cast your spells.
Yeah. Sometimes it's sad. Sometimes it's a sad five. Sometimes it's 4 color, no green, and like all you have in hand is
Oh,
your green cards. Like that's the game. Gotta love it. All right. Well, we got a million questions from the league, and we got to get through a lot of them. Are you ready for your league
sure.
questions? First question from Nick L. Alfios, guest on the show last week. I love to see it, Nick. What mythical creature do you most identify with? Or, oh man, there's a part two to this question. Or if the robots do rise up and take over Bob, as Bob P is putting it, this is a different thing. What's your first move, assuming you survive the opening attack? Let's go with mythical creature. What mythical creature do you identify with, Matthew?
I guess I picked a wyvern mainly
Ooh,
because I think they look cool.
I like it. What's the difference between a wyvern and a dragon?
So dragons have 4 legs. Wyverns tend to only have 2, and that makes more sense anatomically because, like, if you look at a bat or a bird, you've got 2 legs and 2 wings. So a wyvern follows that pattern: 2 legs and 2 wings.
I love that you knew the answer and that it made so much sense. That's great. And if robots, of course, were to rise up and take over, what would be your first move to survive the attack?
Probably move to the country. Hope the trees can save me.
I like it. It's kind of the zombie plan, right? Like, I'm gonna go somewhere up real high. I'm gonna go to the top of a mountain in the desert where there's nobody and see if they can get me. The
Yeah.
old hideaway plan. Our next question is from Richard K. Preacher. Favorite cookie?
Um, I guess just like chocolate chip cookies, but especially like freshly baked from the oven while they're still soft and you can tear it apart really easily.
Ooh, yeah, I like it. Yeah, now, do you like a crunchy? Do you like a crunchy or a soft cookie?
Hot and soft, I think.
Yeah. You Matthew, you know your stuff. Hot and soft cookie. If your cookie's getting a little crispy, I mean, here's the thing. I like milk and cookie. I like it. It's gonna be there, but I like not needing the milk at the same time. Like I don't want to feel like I have to soak up the crisp. Our next question is from Nick A. Knee Star. Are you feeling confident that the Speed Demons can win the team sealed?
I'm feeling good. We won our first team sealed match, just one more to go, and I don't know. I feel like we did a good job making decks. I'm looking forward to the next round.
Has that been fun? The team, have you played Team Magic before? Has that been like a interesting experience for you?
I've done some two-headed giant and some team sealed in person,
Hmm.
but it's fun. Yeah, I don't do it very often.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of Team Magic, but it is a good time when you get it.
Mhm.
Our next question is from Jack H. Rakic. What's the origin of your arena name?
So my name is, or my end game name is Almost, and I mainly just picked this because it's short and it's memorable, and I like that it's really easy to create puns with this name. You can say things like almost won or almost died, and
Yep,
it's got a double meaning.
I like it. That's a lot of fun. That could be a good time. A follow up from Jack. Favorite board wipe?
Um, any time that I can make a board wipe one-sided. So, for example, like I have a commander deck where everything is a legendary creature, and then it says exile all non-legendary creatures or something like that.
Yeah,
And yeah, it feels good when my stuff survives.
it's right. Yeah, that's the best part of a board wipe. You give your team indestructible and then you cast one or something like just
Oh
feel
yeah.
like you really got them. Our next question from Zach H. Hack Zolt. How did you find the server and how has the experience been compared to expectations?
I found the server through a Reddit post,
Hmm.
either on LRcast or Magic Arena, I think.
Hmm.
And I was surprised that I hadn't heard of it before because I looked through like the history or whatever. It's like, oh, we've done 30 leagues so far. And
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I've been missing out this whole time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, we're
and it's been good compared to expectations because like I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it's been a lot of fun and people are very friendly and social and yeah, it's,
yeah,
it's been good.
it's a good time. We're just a bunch of nerds who like to talk about magic and play magic games, and we're all competitive. We play at a high level. Obviously, you do too. If you're, doing as well as you are in the Speed Demons. Um, and yeah, it's like they always post on Reddit that we got them. So we're happy you finally made it here. You're here now. Think of all the great leagues you got coming up now, Matthew. Oh, it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Follow up Cobbler versus Pie.
So I had to look up to fact check the difference between these two. It seems the cobbler doesn't have a bottom crust, but I'm gonna go with neither of the above. I'm gonna go with like a crisp or a crumble, where you got
Ooh,
this crumbly top, like an apple crumble is so good.
I love that. I love that you're changing the game up. It's a crumble, not a cobbler or a pie. Sounds great. Um, Follow up on the arena name question. Any magic related almost stories, i.e., almost took down an RCQ, almost won a pro tour, etc.
Um, I guess so. So I spiked one of the Magic Arena qualifier weekends, which was Karlov Manor sealed,
Nice.
and I that qualified me for Pro Tour Thunder Junction.
Are you kidding me? You kid Matthew? You kidding me?
Yeah,
It's
so just
amazing.
playing on Arena, I randomly qualified for the Pro Tour Thunder Junction,
Incredible.
and I went there. And day one, you got 8 rounds, and you got to win 4 out of 8 in order to make it to day two.
Yeah.
And so I started out 3 wins and a loss.
Oh
So I
no.
just needed one more win,
Oh
and then I
no,
lost the
Matthew.
next four.
Don't give this to me.
Did not
No.
make day two, so I almost made day two.
Oh, geez. Congrats. I mean, congrats, man. That's getting on the pro tour is like a dream, right? Like that's so amazing. Congratulations. Um, and I'm sorry that that's how to start and like to see it, you know. For example, I was doing great in the league. I was 15-5 last week. I'm 16-9 now, with 1-4, crashing out near the end, Matthew. It can happen. Um, bummer, man. But again, amazing that you were able to do that and through playing arena. Like I feel like that's every Magic player's dream, you know, to like make it to a big stage by playing online at home. Like that's so cool. What was that like? I got to hear more about this. Was
Um,
the best thing in the world?
it was cool. It surprised me at first that like I just like signed up. I was like, oh, qualifier weekend, let's play that, see if I can do well,
Yeah,
see how it goes. And
why
I just
not?
kept winning games. I was like, wait a minute, I actually won it. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm actually like, qualified for this big event. And like, whoa, how did that happen? But it was a lot of fun. So I put in a bunch of practice, and then I got to fly out to Seattle for that event.
Oh my God.
And just while there, you see all these Magic players that you recognize, and it was pretty cool.
Wow. That's awesome, man. I am just like in awe. That's so cool. And what a great story for the question. Wow. That's why you guys got to ask questions, right? Like we never would have got I've been talking to Matthew for a half hour and now he brings up that he played on the pro tour. Are you kidding me? Oh. Uh our next question is from Evan C. Peas of Crab. What is his indie game that you're most proud of?
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how Evan found this, but I do some indie game dev on the side as a hobby. I guess
Wow.
he searched some of my name. So I am almost on itch.io and almost Matt in some other places. And so my favorite indie game that I've made is 10 Second War, which you can find on Armor Games, I think. It's a Flash game, and then Flash died, but apparently there are like emulators to run Flash games again.
Okay.
But it's a top-down 2D shooter where you've got like a time rewind mechanic. So you give one soldier all his instructions, and then you rewind, and you give the next soldier all his instructions, and they run at the same time. And
Hmm.
I think it came out pretty well.
That's so cool, man. Ah, and Evan, you little snoop. Uh, what a question again. I'm so proud of you guys. That's so cool that man, do you do game design? Well,
Yeah.
and I don't know, Matthew. I'm just interview's not going the way I expected it to. You know, that's all I can say. Uh,
There's some
very-
good questions.
yeah, they are. You know what? I'm glad I asked for more this morning because we only had a couple and like these have been fire. So thank you everybody. Thank you community. Our next question comes from Lata. What is your favorite one-word magic card?
So I don't know if it counts, but there are all these split cards where each
Sure.
half is a one-word card.
Yeah.
And you cast the half, that's a spell, it's one word.
Mhm.
And I really like the wordplay that a lot of these have. So you get cards like cut/ribbons, which is cut to ribbons, or commit to memory, boom and bust, and so on.
Loyal and
So to
trouble.
pick, yeah, they're catchy. I'm gonna pick one of those. I'm gonna go with consign to oblivion.
Ooh, now that's the blue-black one, right?
Yeah, it's like bounce and discard.
That was in our last league because it was on one of the bonus sheets in some. It was in the bonus sheets for foundations, right?
Okay.
Wasn't it? I think it was in one of the weeks of the bonus sheets. And the thing with our last league was every week you would get different cards added to your pool based on what bonus sheet was in Arena that week. And then at the end of the week, they would go away. You'd get different cards. But I Consigned to Oblivion was there because you would mix it with the 3/2 zombie that would then retrieve an instant or sorcery from your graveyard, and then you would just bounce the zombie back to your hand and oblivion them, and then you'd play the zombie again and you'd get it back, and it was just
Oh,
like that was
that's a
gross.
value engine.
Yeah, it was gross. So consign or oblivion. Are you going to pick a side, or is it just the whole thing?
I got to pick one. It's the pair, you know. The naming is better as a pair.
I agree. It doesn't really work once you go, yeah, I like the card Oblivion. Like, you mean O-ring? No, it's just the side, the half. And I think this is our last question from Jeremy E. Lord Goyf, who has also played on Pro Tours before. Look at this. Pro Tour players asking Pro Tour questions. Most visceral, exciting top deck. Bonus points if it was Lightning Helix.
I mean, I mentioned recently in Standard I've been playing a deck with Annie Joins Up, which doubles triggers from legendary creatures. And so I've had a couple of times where I'm on the brink of death, like 2 health, facing down a huge board, empty-handed, and I top deck Beza, the 4/5 elemental elk,
Yep.
that says if you're behind on health, you gain health. If you're behind on creatures, you get fish tokens. If you're behind on cards, you draw cards. And then with Annie Joins Up, that happens twice. So I go from almost dead, no resources, to like a handful of cards, a bunch of life, a board full of fish.
I was so
And
annoying.
it's
So annoying
so
to see
good.
that on the other side of the table. Oh my God. Just to be like, that's that moment where you're like, I've won this game. There's no way he could come back. What could he do? He's got 1 card in hand. He's dead on board. And then it's, draw 10, gain 1 billion, and make 1 billion. Oh my God. I would be so broken and defeated if that happened.
Oh, it feels so good when it shows up in your time of need.
Well, Matthew, that's going to do it for the interview. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for being a part of the community, for coming in, for stomping us all. And, now we know we got another Pro Tour player in here, just another person to beat us all. Great. That's so cool. But really, and the game design stuff, so amazing, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been fun. I look forward to the leagues.
Yeah, good luck in the rest of your matches. Good luck to you in week 6. In case you don't know, week 6, it's first to 20 wins, right? So you just got to get to 20 before other people do. Once you get to 20, you stop. But the thing about week 6 is a lot of the games are going to dry up. Like there's not going to be as many matches as there have been in the last weeks. There's less people playing. The people that are playing either stop once they get to 20 or they get eliminated. So they don't actually get to play out all their games. So it's kind of a little bit more strategic in week 6. It's a little different than the other weeks. And I guess normally it's once you lock, you don't have to play people, but I guess it's once you lock, you're done. So get to 20 wins and do it before you get any more losses. Keep your speed up, as they say.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, the hope is I just keep winning games, but we'll see. Anything can happen.
It's the end of the line, man. Who knows? You either win and you're a hero, or you lose and you try again next time. That's kind of how it is. And if you get top 8, you get to do a special draft, and then you get to play for first place. So that's always really fun. The draft is always real exciting and like high level. It's totally commentated on and streamed. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot of fun.
Well,
I think I ended up losing my last couple of games, so I'm now tied with you at 16-9.
Oh yeah,
which does mean if I want to go for 20, I got to win like four games next week, which is a bit tough. But
and not only that, but it's like you got to win 4 games before you get that 10th loss. Because like once you get to 10 losses, I don't know how many people that go 20-10 are going to make it in because there's going to be tie breaks, and like tie breaks are tough. I don't know about you, my breakers aren't great. It's OMW is the tie break for people on the same amount of losses. So like.
Right.
You got to go 4-0, man. That you take one loss and it becomes a lot trickier. It gets a lot stickier on if you're going to get it. So yeah, 16-9. We can do it. We can both do it. We can't play each other though if we want to do it, Matthew. Let's make a pact right now. We won't play each other. I don't want to play you,
Or
Matthew.
if we do, we'll find a way to both win.
Oh, I don't know if that's in the rules, but I like the idea. Thanks again for coming on the show, Matthew, and good luck in your week 6 matches.
All right, thank you.
Again, Matthew was so great, and I feel like I just learned so much as it went on. I was so surprised to hear he was on the Pro Tour, not because I don't think he can't do it, but I don't know. I feel like that's like I would tattoo that on my forehead, and everybody would know. John played on the Pro Tour. I would tell everybody first thing, "What's your name?" "My name's John. I played on this Pro Tour, and I love Magic the Gathering." And I'd be like, "Oh shit, he plays on the Pro Tour." And the game design. Thank you to the league. You guys really came through for the questions. Is there a better time for me to post questions? I usually go like 8 p.m. EST the night before because I don't want it to get lost in like the general chat that kind of happens throughout the day. But I also understand a lot of our player base may not be around at that time. But I also don't want to just kill the general chat channel with questions for like 5 hours. So I don't know. If anyone has any ideas on how I can make that better, let me know. And yeah, that's going to do it for the show this week. This is the end of Aetherdrift, the beginning of next. Dragonstorm, Tarkir coming up soon. Get ready for it. Get excited. Get involved. Get in the feature matches. Get in the Dragon's Lair. Get in the sparring den. And until then, I hope you get to keep a good 7. That's what it's all about. That's how you build your foundation. And I hope that Shuffler's in your favor because you need some help. Luck goes a long way. You can be the best player in the world. If you're unlucky, you might not win that game. And until then, we'll see everybody next week. I guess this is going home.